Yeah, you're really just looking at the Galio to be one of the main tools that will try and create space if WE ever push the gas pedal forward in terms of engage.
Particularly mobile in these early stages of the game. Monkey going to continue pressing this advantage. They're just trying to make this Lilia as uncomfortable as possible. See if they can play around here. Hex Flash over the wall. Wink might be in trouble. Has to flash. Dang.
Forced to flash, but he goes down with the crash down on. Now backing up the rest of EDG and Vampire. Now that he's down to flash, they just gifted first blood over to the Kaisa. 0-4 in the group stage round. You can't just play a passive game, and to that, I can kind of respect what they're trying to do.
I can respect that they're trying to push the advantage, and Lily a pretty good champion to try push that advantage into. It's just they're not understanding the times when you can go. There's so much pressure here, as this is a weird dive out of EDG in the bot lane. I'm not sure that one's gonna work out for them either. Yeah, we can't exactly absolve either of these teams. Absolutely, and it's not like this composition is going to make team fighting particularly tricky. You've got a ton of really good team fighting tools available to you. It's very much going to be down to the execution, not the draft, that will lose these team fights for WE. Yeah, the fact that they're actually going to be able to pick themselves up this Drake as well. This has been an impressive early game in terms of objective control from Monkey. Like to have that flash to be able to reposition mid-team fight, keep yourself safe, and it looks like this first tower is going to go over to WE. This is a much better team fight, a much better early game for them.
Yeah, like you said, you know, giving over first blood to Kaisa, not ideal in the case of WE, but you've been able to bounce back by giving Taeyun a ton of plates solo, and then a full turret.
Yep.
Not totally solo, but there's good quick thinking there from the Mbessa. Down an ultimate.
Oh no.
He's gonna play in Cube's face just to see if he can bait in for a Xiao Hao collapse. Cube is still standing his ground. He's gonna try to trade at least one kill back. And the flash from Cube's Rumble will at least silence ZDZ for now. But that's a nice kill picked up for Xiao Hao's Lilia.
Take a kill for himself as well. Really well executed right here. Out of the bottom team in this group.
Yeah, I mean, WE are really throwing every punch they've got in the book. The early game from WE continuing to be solid.
Yeah, it really has been, but again, it's not been the big issue for them. Over-aggression in the early game, potentially, but team fights is where it's been really, really tricky.
And that's always an advantage that you can use to just drive home that Rift Herald opportunity for yourselves.
Absolutely, and it is going to be very much on these junglers to start a bit of these fights to really initiate things. Unfortunately, Vampire going to miss that hook, and now might be caught out here.
Forced to flash away. The Magnet Storm and on dives right behind Vampire. Now they have to reposition, but here comes Angel with the hero's entrance. Buys some time. Wink manages to limp away. Monkey falls, and Karis and Taeyun have lost their front line, so they don't have the space to put in the damage. And just like that, Bloxer, our concerns, our doubts have come back to haunt WE again.
End up losing out onto this one, and this is a fight that WE wanted to take. They're in a stronger position than their opponents at the moment, pushing on towards this bottom lane one. Top not got any push going through at the moment, but at least establishing themselves control around this bottom side is going to help for this upcoming Drake fight. 50 seconds until that one, and key ultis are back up and available for both of these teams. The Drake pit because of this play, and it is going to be started up. Do you want to flip it though? I don't think so.
WE, this could be defining not just the game, but their placement in this group. Ooh. EDG immediately going in. Xiao Hao flash Q for the Lilting Lullaby, forces Vampire out. Not the ideal target. Monkey, he steals it. That's 3 dragons now for WE now. They just have to kite on back and play for their carries. Hero's entrance goes in, but a massive Magnet Storm from Wink, and on finds his moment. They don't need a damn dragon. EDG are just better.
This is so quintessential of both of these teams. EDG flips it, gets the Drake stolen, doesn't matter, team fight win for them, and Wink, what a Magnet Storm that was. Just gorgeous. Off the back of a team fight that looked like it was not going to go so well into their favor. WE, they cannot team fight. I'm sorry, at this point you can just say it straight up. This is not a team that is able to team fight. See in close quarters like this. And let's see.
Hey, they rushed the Otacon.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? So, all right, Bloxer, I have a proposal.
Unable to execute well onto them. I think it's because if you're trying to team fight on a good team fighting composition and you're bad at it, it's at least easier than with a poor team fight comp. But still, it's just making these games...
I mean, like we said before, if WE can actually tie this up, then there's the potential for an additional tiebreaker game. That
oh, hang on.
Oh, ZDZ might be caught out. Here comes a hero and Angel. ZDZ is popped by the True Shot Barrage. On joins the fight, but the Equalizer, he's got to dance around it. Here comes Wink, another massive Magna Storm. Angel tries to assist, but Xiaohao and On can't get into the fight. On survives, but just before he takes down Taeyun in the backside, it actually was cares, because Taeyun is still alive. He's popping off the Ezreal, and this time, WE, can they protect him? No, but he's left alone. Xiaohao locks him down alongside the rest of EDG, and that was probably the best fight that WE could have hoped for. And it just isn't enough.
No, the golden right there out of Zhao, who just keeps him alive long enough that this fight just flips once again. It's another aggressive play out of WE. They've been the one pulling the trigger in basically walking in blind to this one. Not a great situation for this composition.
On doesn't have summoner spells for this fight, but Xiaohao does have flash.
Oh!
4K, Monkey, multi-man impale, but is anyone there? Nice equalizer from Cube, and now Xiaohao's in a world of trouble, but the re-engage from ZDZ, and Angel with the hero's entrance at least evens up the fight. 1 for 1, but no jungler for WE. They cannot contest the Baron, but at least they pushed EDG off the pitch. A lot more than what we were getting out of them in the first split. One of the more non-existent teams now this time, showing a lot more fight, a lot more gumption. Baron going down to 2K. Monkey, can he make it again? No, not this time. It is secured by Xiaohao. Wink making sure that Vampire cannot get far as On layers down the Cathian Rain. Monkey getting slept by the Lilting Lullaby. On is still on the hunt, on the pursuit, getting zoned, getting a little too close to the double marksman, and a good equalizer from Cube.
Power in EDG's back pockets, and it's going to be up to Monkey for another steal. He has vision at least. I really don't think he's going to be able to grab this one, and indeed, Monkey agrees. It's just going to back off, and so it's another Drake into the back pockets of EDG.
WE, I mean, I think Monkey just realized that if he had thrown his life away just for an Infernal Soul, with EDG, Baron-empowered minions pouring in through multiple lanes, it could have just been the end of the game. You have Cube trying to push through on the top side and create some split push pressure and at least equalize the amount of turret destruction that EDG are being able to will for themselves in this Baron's push. Angel is trying to lurk around for a flank, and they spotted him out, but they haven't spotted out ZDZ, so a double flank. Another Magnet Storm right into the front line. Taeyun and Karis have distanced themselves well. Wing falls. Angel tries to follow up. ZDZ is there. On flashes it away, trying to distance himself out. Angel buys enough time with the taunt into the stasis, but it still could look good for WE, but they're losing health bars on both of their damage dealers. Karis and Taeyun forced to flee. Cube survives alongside his double marksman, but EDG have done enough damage to secure themselves another dragon.
Drake right now, but double teleports right here out of WE. I think they potentially wanted to try play around that Drake. It just falls way too fast. Can he carry his team through this fight? Can Monkey potentially steal away this Baron as well? It's going fast.
EDG are trying to drop it. Baron fully resets. Taeyun, no summoner spells available, so he has to be precise. Arcane shifts away from ZDZ's engage. Here comes Angel with the hero's entrance as well. ZDZ is sectioned off. Taeyun is playing out of his mind. He finds On. Wait a minute. That's a main damage dealer gone from EDG. Xiaohao could be the next one to fall. Forced to retreat. And WE find that second wind to push themselves through such a difficult 38-minute banger. But it's enough for WE to secure the Baron for themselves, unless Xiaohao has another thing to say about it. He tags Monkey, tries to get in range. 6,800. Monkey secures the Baron. Xiaohao forced to pop the stasis. Was this the throw from EDG? It comes down to ZDZ and Angel, but I don't think these are the type of carries that can eliminate the rest of WE. They walk away safely. The Baron is secured for themselves, and suddenly Bloxer, they're back in the game.
And the thing with WE's composition is that it has such great poke as well, so you're never really going into these teamfights as EDG on full HP.
Summoner spells up so they can play with a little bit more freedom, but Wink has been chunked out by the massive poke, and Monkey is thinking about looking for an engage right now. The flash impale,
he gets it!
He tried to flash it, but he still got snagged. EDG, their AD carry's gone. Wink tries to bail his AD carry out. ZDZ's trying to go crazy into the backline, trying to look for that Ambessa montage, but he just goes down. Xiaohao, the only member alive, We got On limping away as well. But they've lost 2 crucial frontline members in ZDZ and Wink.
To be early on, but just hasn't been able to play out team fights well enough. Well, no more apparently in this game with the Skarner, one of the strongest jungle picks we've seen. They are pushing through this base right now for EDG. If they go for the end, I think that's a bit of a mistake. Still though, 20 seconds on ZDZ.
This Infernal Soul, carefully, they could cost everything.
Oh,
Xiaohao is just into the
boy.
pit. Are we gonna test it like
Wait,
this?
what?
But Taeyun somehow is the one that secures the Infernal Soul. Oh my goodness, this game is delivering on just the ridiculousness factor. WE somehow managing to limp away from the Infernal Soul in a position that we thought they didn't deserve to be in for quite some time, but now they are just one more good fight away from being able to close this game out. But rightfully so, EDG could also flip the script despite being down in Infernal Soul. It all comes down to teamfight execution as the Equalizer forces EDG away from the mid lane. Angel is that? Oh, Xiaohao tries to go in. Lilting Lullaby immediately cleansed on a Taeyun, so he's fine. EDG trying to throw down the engage. Massive Hero's entrance. The Impale's gonna buy some time. Xiaohao is trying to find Taeyun into the backline. On has already fallen. EDG is coming down to Xiaohao. Can he ramp up? No, he can't. Taeyun still survives. And that's the story, folks. Persistence and endurance. The name of the game for WE. You may have failed 4 times, but that 5th game is yours to claim. They will even the score of the group standings, and that 3rd seed match has become all the more interesting here, Bloxer.
Oh, it felt like W were down and out during the early mid-game, but all of a sudden, EDG, they're just not able to find the fight. Monkey had such an impressive game right there, and that final fight came off the back of EDG trying to get aggressive, trying to make that big fight